Hello and welcome back to our summer host faves. You know I love everything home. I love a fantastic way to clean, especially if it's innovative and it does the job of 3 other products, right? That is what this Shark is. It is the best-selling Shark of all time. It is by far their most popular. Today we have it at our lowest price ever. We do have our 5 flexible payments that you can use for this, 6 with your HSN card, and we have free shipping. So this is like the trifecta of excitement here for floor care. For $28, we're going to ship this to you right away, but the reason everybody loves it, the reason it's the standout is because it's the one that can go on that low pile carpet, the high pile carpet, the hard floors, whatever it may be that you go, oh, this is the spot in the floor that I have to stop using my vacuum and walk around it and then wait for something else because it gets stuck or it doesn't actually suction it up. The amount of versatility on this exact unit will be the one and done for your entire home. And of course, it's the suction. No one does suction quite like Shark, and $100 off, it's incredible. By the way, someone wrote in a review here, Megan Clementi, that the suction is so great, it glides almost as if it's self-propelled. I'm like, don't you love hearing that? Megan Clementi here with us, of course, our Shark and floor care expert. I mean, it's just fantastic when something goes above and beyond and you can get it home for $28.
I love when you have a product that, yes, it glides. It glides for you, right?
Yes.
But it gives you the carpet lines. It gives you the cleanliness that you want. I mean, you're talking about Tupperware. If you're gonna have Tupperware, you're gonna have a party at your house. You're gonna have people over. You want your house to look amazing. How many products are you gonna go into the closet and you're gonna grab? Are you gonna grab a sweeper and a this and a that, and you're gonna high and low and handheld? Or are you gonna just grab your Navigator? Because with this, you're gonna be able to use this in your wand position. You're gonna be able to use it in your handheld position.
I love this.
You're gonna be able to walk away with it.
Look at
so
this.
that you have a lighter load, and we can get up high into the rafters, we can get the cobwebs, we can get low and get all those little spots along the edges. We can get in and under things that maybe are a little bit thinner or narrower, like behind your plants, in and around all of your tables.
Yes.
So you're gonna be able to get into all those places. And you can't always do that, right?
Right.
So you're gonna be able to do that now with the Navigator. And as you mentioned, Shark has so many different lines, right? We have like the Vortex and the Navigator and the Rotator and the this and the that. Navigator is the best-selling line of the Shark brand. And when I just talk to people, everybody knows Shark.
Yeah.
And if you don't own a Shark, you know someone that owns a Shark. You're a little bit envious, saying, one day I'm gonna own a Shark. One day I'm gonna turn my Shark on and I'm gonna tackle the pet food, the dirt, the dander, the small piles. You're gonna watch it all disappear with my Shark when I can get that great deal. And I feel like today you can absolutely do that.
I love that you just mentioned that because a different review that I was looking at today said that I had a new carpet. I couldn't push my vacuum across the carpet.
Oh.
And a few people recommended a Shark to me. And I'm so happy that I bought this vacuum because once you have one, you're going to be the one that's recommending it to everyone else.
Exactly.
But if you've ever gotten maybe one of those washable rugs or you have the higher pile rug and you're like, oh, I really liked the rug. I didn't realize my vacuum was going to stop going when I got to that part of the rug.
And it was going to actually get stuck.
Yes, or maybe I knew I needed to clean behind the couch or around this one area, but my vacuum is too heavy to lift up, or I need 2 different vacuums to do the go behind with just the hose and the suction. This is everything. And did you see all the different ways that Megan can adjust it to make sure whatever your home layout is, whatever your space is, Shark is gonna make it possible with this one unit. Not this unit for downstairs, the other one for upstairs, this one for the floors, and that one for the rugs, this one for this one for behind. That's one thing that we realize is sometimes our one vacuum can't do it all. This one can do it all, and it can do it all at $100 more, where it already had fantastic reviews. Best price we've ever had. I couldn't believe we had our 5 flex and free shipping on this. It kind of feels like this is below a today's special price, but you will not find this again for $28 shipped right away. I love that when she takes out the actual hose, she doesn't have to hold anything else but the hose.
Yeah.
That's the difference between actually getting the drapes, between actually getting the cobwebs above, you know, in the cracks between the ceiling and the wall. If it's heavy, if you have any mobility issues, I know my mom is always asking me, can you do the ups there because it's too heavy to lift the vacuum.
Right.
This is how you can do it, because watch how she can just take it out. Oh, that's even with the mini hose. That's even cooler too.
There's so many different ways
There's
you're
like
gonna use it.
12 vacuums
so
in
back
one.
here, you're gonna see all these little gray buttons. And if you see gray, that tells you, oh, this can detach. So when I push this in, I now have my hose. This is my handheld. This is what's gonna allow me to get on the countertops. It's what's gonna allow me if I go to my car and I can use my Crevice tool or any of my tools, and I can get in between the seats or into my couch cushions. But then I can push this gray button in the middle. And when I do that, and I lift it up, now I have the whole wand. So when I come through and I need to get in or behind, or you know, the sliding glass doors.
Yes.
You know, the dirt gets in there and then you can't push the door closed. I can get all the dirt and grime or sand that gets stuck behind there because of this feature. And then on the back side, I have my foot pedal. I push on my foot pedal, you see that? It's nice and red, easy to do. It lifts up. Now I can go wherever I want. I have freedom, y'all. I can go wherever I need to go, and I can go high. I can clean my stairs if I needed to.
You're 10 feet tall now.
I'm so big.
And she can carry this with her, or you can just, you know, wield the shark and only lift the wand. And I'm just showing you two of the tools. They attach perfectly on there. Imagine having that upholstery tool for the top of your curtains there. Imagine having the crevice tool for the area. This look at that. Don't you just look around your room right now. Look at the room that you're in and think about the last time you vacuumed that area right in that corner, or that curtain right there. Maybe it's the base of the curtains right along the ground where you just can't fit your whole vacuum in there and you don't want to get on hands and knees with a small little handheld. This is going to act like multiple people are now assisting you because it can really do anything and everything.
Yes. It's like you have a team. And I have to add to that because you mentioned your curtains and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to show you shark power. This has shark suction.
Yes.
Don't be nervous about shark suction. Right here, another gray button. I can go min or max. So if I'm worried about having my max suction being too strong on my delicate drapes, I just go to min and it turns it back a little bit so that I don't have quite as much suction, but I still have a great, great clean. So, all right, but let's talk about that max suction, because this is one of my favorite things to do, is going to our billiard balls. You're looking at our Shark Navigator right now. It is filled with food, and despite the fact that it's filled, we still are going to suck up as much as possible. Remember, it's coming from the handheld portion, so you are gonna get that strong suction even from way up there. And now I'm just gonna go for it, and you guys can hear. That is power. Last thing you want is for one of these to land on your toes. But yet we can take not one rack, but 2 racks of billiard balls. And you just see them disappearing from my hand and just dancing by Natasha right now.
It's wild. I mean, how many billiard balls is that? Like 30 something? I don't know even how many there are in a set.
30.
Over 30 you have here. From the handheld hose, not even from, you know, the bottom suction. And look at that. That is so impressive. That's single pass carpet lines.
And as long as I'm here, let me turn this to min. So this is max. Now you're gonna watch them drop down a little bit and pop back up.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's max, that's min, that's max where I brought them back up.
And that's how you can go over those rugs that maybe that used to be a problem with your last one.
So if you find that you're going and it gets stuck because there's too much suction, well, you are in control. This is your shark. What do you need? Do you need countertop? Do you need the floor? Do you need up high? Do you need a lot of suction to get deep down into the bed of your carpet? Do you need a little suction because you're working with your delicate items? Or maybe do you need different kind of tools? You need your crevice tool. You need your multi-purpose tool. Like literally, this is your shark, and it's gonna give you all the different ways to use it.
It'll be the last vacuum you ever need. Yeah. Really, truly. I mean, it's kind of going to outdo itself in terms of the design of this will eliminate your need to have one for that space and one for that space. When you see this, get between the floorboards. This is the clean.
In the grout lines.
I mean, this is the clean that can help with the bugs. It's the clean that can help with any odors, with pet messes. This is the clean that you just can't find with any vacuum but this one. It's why it was still a great price at $240. We took $100 off for today only, free shipping and handling for today only, and 5 flex for today. That is $28 to get home. The best-selling Shark vacuum, the upholstery tool, the Crevice tool. You're getting, of course, the HEPA filter and the foam and felt filters as well, which is great because air does blow out of vacuums when you're vacuuming. A lot of people don't think about it. But if you're filtering the air that's blowing out back out into your home, you're actually helping to make your air cleaner in your home than you would if you were using a vacuum without that filter.
So because it's Shark, this has anti-allergen complete seal. That means with any different component from here to here to here to here, it has a seal that will not allow things to come out of the vacuum cleaner. Therefore, all the air that comes out will be coming from this exhaust, which has to go through true HEPA. That's going to collect 99.97% of all those things that irritate you. So instead of it flying out of your exhaust and being back into your airspace, it's stuck in your Shark filter so that I can tell you whatever air comes in with all the dirt from the bottom, cleaner air is coming out.
People vacuum because they're like, oh, my place is a little dusty, or maybe it's allergy season. There's, you know, whatever that might be, the allergens, the pollen, and then they're just spraying the dust and the pollen back into their home.
Into the air to breathe.
If they don't have the HEPA filter and vacuums, and 1 out of about 100 vacuums have that feature. It is very hard to find that feature.
And Shark is trying to make sure that all their vacuums now moving forward are having it because it's such an important feature.
It is.
I mean, the last thing that we want is for our air to be dirtier than it was before we cleaned our floors.
Right.
We're just changing our dirt, blowing it up into the air. Look at this, you guys. We're able to get the small stuff like all those herbs and that sawdust, but we're getting the big stuff too, like all of those sprinkles, which with my old vacuum cleaners, it would just spread and go everywhere. Same thing with the rice. Watch the rice disappear, and the maneuverability that you're gonna have with your Navigator is like no other.
It has the lights too, which is such a nice
lights,
feature.
yeah.
So you'll always be able to see if there's something that you wouldn't normally know is there with the naked eye. The lights make it so much easier, especially on hard floors. Remember, this is the one, if you've ever had a vacuum that can only take you so far. This will be the one that gives you the deeper clean, that's not just throwing the dust and pollen back in your air to then settle on the carpet and have you sniffling and having the itchy eyes again in an hour. And don't just use it on the carpet, use it on your actual couch. Use it on the chair that you're sitting in. Use it on the mattress. Use it on those places that need the deep clean. And if it is too hard of a suction, which could be something that could happen, which I love that problem, then you can put it on that lighter suction mode, and that way it will be much easier to navigate across your rugs. That's why it's the Navigator. It can truly navigate anything. And thank you for making it able to actually lift up above the floor without having to lift the whole unit. Because whether they're 8 pounds or 12 pounds, it's still difficult to keep that up with just your arm. And now all you have is the wand, and that suction does not dissipate. That was what was being used to hold up those 30-plus pound billiard balls, was this form of suction.
Look at that extra length that we're now getting because of that great hose. It's gonna stretch so you can go where you need to go. My husband always says, and he says this to my kids, you have a problem, bring me the solution. So you've given me the problem. We read your reviews. We hear you all the time. We are bringing you the solution. We're bringing you the #1 line of our vacuum cleaners from Shark so that you can have it. And actually, looking at the hose picks, I'm like, wow, Rebecca had the Shark beauty item. And then you just had Ninja as your today's special. We're all part of the same brand. So over and over and over again, we've been your favorite products. We've been your most exciting products. We've been your most affordable products. We have that reputation. So it's one of those things you're like, and you're gonna give me the best price?
Yes.
You're gonna do all of this for me? We're like, yeah, it's host picks. We're gonna do that for you. But I love the fact that we're such a trustworthy brand. Something that you don't always know unless you see a product that's been around for a really long time and is tried and true. And I always say, leave it to Shark. If you need it to be done, Shark is your brand that's always gonna do it for you. And actually, as I look at this mess, my baby is gonna be 10 tomorrow. Oh my goodness, I'll be back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. and my baby will be 10 years old, and this floor right here is what our house is gonna look like, because I'm gonna have confetti everywhere.
Oh, I love that. And heaven forbid you're ever not sure if you vacuumed up something that you weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
This is a clear bin. It's so smart. It's so obvious. Like the amount of obvious engineering features that you're like, how come they don't all make it so that the dust and pollen doesn't just go right back onto the couch and make me sneeze again? How come they don't all let me just look in and see if I vacuumed up that earring or not? It's just so brilliant. How come they don't all separate and make it so the wand doesn't have to be attached to the motor when I'm using it? All of these are only here with the Shark. $100 off. And by the way, I will say, until this morning, this was going to be at $149.99. We thought it was the absolute best price we could get.
Wow.
We've
You
taken
got it down?
to $139.99, and that's a full $100 off. And that is still with free shipping and handling and 5 Flex. We have just about 1 minute left on this. If you are watching this and you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I'm gonna wait until my old vacuum fully gives out.
Ooh.
Or, by the way, this price will easily be back at that $240 price point. I wouldn't wait on that. But also look at the price of competitor vacuums that do anything similar to this. $300, $400. Vacuums are selling today for $500 and $600 and $700. It's really gotten to a price point that can be, you know, inhibitive, especially for someone like me. It's why I held off grabbing new vacuums. I just, you know, it wasn't in my price point. This is a price point for $28, shipped to you right away. If you're using it for a month and you don't absolutely love it, it's not doing everything and more, then of course you can return it to us. We have a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. But I think you're going to find it's not only the best vacuum you've ever used, but maybe the last vacuum you ever buy.
And when you get it home, please, please, please do the Shark Challenge. I don't have time to show you it right now, but you're gonna get this home, you're gonna vacuum your floor, and then I want you to go back with your Navigator, and I want you to see why the Navigator is everybody's favorite of an already favorite company around the world, and you will see right then when you dump it out and you go, oh my gosh, all this was left behind? How many years have things been left behind? No more with Shark. We're gonna get it out, and we're gonna get it out good.
You really don't